What's up, guys? Welcome to Build Different. Today's episode, Shannon and I are going to talk a little bit more about entrepreneurship and our journeys with what we're dealing with recently.
Yeah, because entrepreneurship is not built for the faint at heart. You have to have the skin of a rhino to be an entrepreneur. And one of the things that we like to talk about is balance and how we balance things in life. So how do you balance things, Grant?
Balance. Oh my gosh. I saw you talking about this the other day on a podcast you were on, and balance for entrepreneurs is not real. I don't think that anyone in life actually is balancing anything. I think that's a myth that people are trying to strive for, and they preach it, and oh, life's all about balance, and you got to have balance in this and that, and it's really like your time and attention is going to be put into things that you need to focus on. And like, if you look at a wheel and there's spokes in a wheel, like as the wheel comes to the top, that's where your focus is on, and then now once you've kind of figured out where that's at, it goes next, and it kind of gets a little less attention, a little less attention, a little less attention, until you're like, all of a sudden, oh crap, I have to go back and refocus on that one thing, and it comes back to the top of the wheel. That's kind of how I look at it. It's not easy to keep everything in balance. That's why it's great to have a team. Yes. Solopreneurship is very difficult because so much of those important things are weighing on yourself, and it makes it almost impossible to be successful because you only have certain strengths and certain talents. And so if you spend time and energy on those, you're going to have these pieces that are, not necessarily weaknesses, they're just not a focus.
Yeah.
And I've learned it so many times in multiple of my businesses, in my relationships, in my friendships, in my fitness journey, all those things. Like certain things you're focused on. Like right now, I'm more focused on running right now than I am building muscle. But there's times in my life where I'm more focused on building muscle, and cardio is not so much of a focus. So really throughout life, like it's not, balance is not real.
Well, and I've had a business partner for 22 years, so for me, I understand the strengths and not the weaknesses, but the things that I can't do as well as she can, or even enjoy doing like she does. So, I think that it's important to have that team to surround you and the people that are in your life to really grow you and to put you into a new role that you didn't see yourself in. Because sometimes, it takes someone else to see what you're good at for you to actually step into that power as well. So, is there a power that you've stepped into in the last 6 months?
Yeah, I mean, just being on this podcast alone has been super rewarding. Learning so much about others and getting connected with other entrepreneurs and seeing what other people are up to, and understanding that, like, I've always known that I'm supposed to be a leader, but I never fully stepped into it because I kind of had a little bit of a identity issue with that, because I wasn't necessarily encouraged to lead as a child. I was really encouraged to follow and listen to others and be submissive, but I always had a conflict with that. So I've been reprogramming myself in that leadership space, and every time that I lead, I feel very natural, but then when I start to give so much of myself to the other people that I'm leading, and then I get out of balance with myself, and I forget about me, and now I get so out of whack, so then now my priorities are completely off, and myself is not focused on, so then I'm not even doing self-leadership. So then I got to realize I got to lead myself first before I can lead everybody else. And so finding out the balance of hey, where do I lead others? Where do I lead myself? How do I prioritize me? Because if I don't prioritize myself, then I'm not valuing myself in my own, what I need to grow. Because I love giving so much to everybody else, but to my own detriment many times.
Yes, and what you're really saying is it's about alignment with your core values, your core beliefs, your core pillars, because once you're out of that alignment, that definitely is what takes you out of your own way. So I think it's important to stay aligned with your vision and values and goals, and putting people in your life that are truly valuable to you. I think people get distracted by maybe some noise that has always been there. So removing the distractions is huge, but putting actual people in your life that have value is so huge too. Because I love mentorship and mentoring, and I think people that have mentees are just as much growing as the people that have the mentors as well. So I think teaching things actually helps you grow even more. So.
Oh yeah. I think actually that teaches you things faster.
Correct.
And you don't have to be a master to start teaching people things.
Not at all.
I think that's something that a lot of people get wrong. They think they don't have value to provide because they think that they've got to know every nook and cranny of everything before they can deliver it.
Correct.
But somebody's just looking to learn some things, and like when I read something in a book or I hear something in a podcast, I will immediately go online and share that with people. Because it opens up insight to me, and I'm like, wow, I'm having this epiphany. Why can't I share that with the world immediately? And then it also opens up to other people. Yes. So like going out there and providing our value, helping others build their value, and learning more things. Like the whole mentor-mentee, like I learn more from having mentees. Like all my clients that I have, I'm learning so much just from how I can lead, or how they take things, or what little triggers them in certain ways, and it's really it's so fun. The whole like risk taking with entrepreneurship too is things that a lot of people aren't willing to do, but more about mentorship and understanding that people are looking to follow people that are willing to take risks.
Yes.
Because so many people don't know how to take risks, and they get caught in that like, I can't trust myself, so I'm just going to follow somebody else. And so by being entrepreneurs, we're naturally taking risks every single day, and we're leading by just taking a risk.
Right.
And it's so...
Well, some people like walls, and some people like bulldozing through the walls, and some people look at the wall and don't understand how to get over it around it. So, I mean, you're the type of person that'll bulldoze through a wall because you just want to see what's on the other side. And I think that there's some people, like you said, that just get stuck in that risk. They don't want to make that risk happen, or the finances aren't there, or the people aren't supporting, because we've all been told, what are you doing? You're crazy. Why are you doing this? I don't understand what this vision is that you're having. So, you know, making those people's voices quieter, and the mentors that you see that are higher up than you that have done it, and follow their lead. And then when you're leading, turn around and grab the hand of somebody that's behind you and pull along with you. So.
Yes, they have to be willing though.
100%.
Yes, I've learned that the hard way. I tried to force.
Don't grab someone and
because they will bring you down.
They will not.
And you'll get so invested. No, I think that's so true. People don't realize that the people that are leading, the people that are mentors, the people that are coaching, they all have coaches. They all have mentors. We have to have people above us that have brought us up, that have encouraged us. And so we're delivering certain things, but we're also regurgitating information that we've heard in alignment with how we feel and how we think, and how we can now deliver it to people to hopefully, make it a little bit simpler for the next person behind us.
So what are your top 2 books that you think entrepreneurs should be reading right now?
Top 2 books entrepreneurs should be reading. I'm a big believer in entrepreneurship, and your business will only grow as far as you do and develop as a human being. So the one that I've really been keen on lately is the 4 Agreements. It really talks about breaking our old cycles, old beliefs, old habits, and restructuring, core beliefs. You kind of mentioned about like breaking boundaries and rules and all that stuff earlier. It's like society has all these things that we grow up thinking we're supposed to fit into, and we're all individuals. Nobody fits into a system built for everyone. That doesn't work. And so the 4 Agreements really helps you open your mind to a very simple level of operation. And everyone that I've encouraged it through, we actually just got done reading it in my group coaching, and everybody in there just had so many epiphanies every week that we went through the next section, and so that was really fun. Another book that I'm just finishing up for the second time is Think and Grow Rich. It's very powerful. It's very insightful. It's an older book, but most entrepreneurs are very keen on it. And it's great for life, just to understand that your thinking directs everything that you do. So if you believe that you can't do something, and you say that, and you think it, and you get around other people that believe it, you're going to continue to go down that path.
Words matter.
It does. And so if you think things, and then now you write them out, and now you talk about them, and now you're starting to believe it a little bit more, and now your life's going to change just because you had better thoughts. So I encourage those 2 books, and also get around people that are operating properly, that think big, that like to go places, that like to disrupt everything.
Big goals. Lots of friction.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this has been fun. I'm glad that we got a chance to sit down and chat. It's been a little while. We're always interviewing other people, and so it's fun to just kind of sit here and banter because, you know, we know what's up, but at the same time, we've learned so much from so many people, and we're so grateful to be able to have this podcast. And anyone that wants to come on this podcast, we would love to have you. So be sure to reach out to Glenn, Grant, or I, and we will make sure that happens. We're also looking for sponsors to team up with us to get the word out about entrepreneurship and why it makes us built different.